Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about summer aquatic, salty, oceanic fragrances that I think would be perfect for the super hot summer days where you just need some type of quenchedness in your life. So if you'd like to see what perfumes I picked out for you, then keep on watching. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Oshumare. On this channel, I talk about all things smell goods. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in and you like today's video, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave today, as well as give this video a thumbs up. And if you are a returning viewer, hey, it is so good to see you. And thank you so much for all the love and support of this channel. All right, you guys, so in front of me, I have about 10 fragrances or so. These are some amazing fragrances that are my go-tos when it is starting to get hot outside. Now, these are just the ones that I have in my collection. I know that there's also some amazing fragrances that fall into this category. So comment down below, let me know what are some of you guys aquatic, salty, minty fragrances that you suggest that I add to my collection. But without further ado, let's jump into the first fragrance. First up is one by the house of Jo Malone. This is actually a limited edition bottle, but they do have it in the classic Jo Malone bottle, but this one is called White Jasmine and Mint. And as y'all see, I love this fragrance because it's halfway gone, but y'all, this is such a minty, crisp, gorgeous, calming, refreshing scent. If you like aromatic, fresh, slightly green fragrances, I think that you would love this one. When I think of minty, salty fragrances, I just think of the beach. It just transports me to the beach. I think they're all kind of in the same category. And this one is just such a unique smell to me. I think that Jo Malone definitely did her thing with this one. In this fragrance, as soon as you smell it, you get hit with that mint, but then there's also a little herb note in here. Once that dry down starts to settle in, that's when you get a little jasmine, but then there's also some bitter tea in here, which I've never smelled a bitter tea note in another fragrance. So this one is definitely very unique, at least to my collection. As soon as I run out of it, I'm gonna go and get a fresh bottle because this is just one of my summer staples. I love that this one is not overhyped. It just makes it a little bit more special, being that I don't smell it on everyone. And to me, it's like a hidden gem, even though I'm sure everyone knows about it, but maybe you don't know about it. I hope that I'm not letting cat out of the bag right now. I don't know, maybe this fragrance will be one of those fragrances that is just kind of like a hidden gem between you and I, and nobody else really knows about it. But if you like minty, fresh, slightly green fragrances, then I highly suggest this one. Once again, this is White Jasmine and Mint by Jo Malone. Next up is one that I'm sure is a part of everybody's summer staple. It looks like the ocean in a bottle, and it's just a beautiful, crisp, oceanic fragrance. And I am talking about one from Giorgio Armani, and this is Ocean de Gioia. And I mean, how pretty is this bottle? And it goes perfectly with my nails. These were my birthday nails. But I love this fragrance. It's so marine. It's so watery. What's also nice about this one is that it's slightly citrusy as well, but just very fresh, just crisp, and just transport you to the beach. Whenever I spritz myself with this, I immediately imagine myself walking on the beach barefoot. Water is hitting my toes, and I just imagine myself just jumping in the water and just like swimming far out into the water. I mean, I'm like just like striding in the ocean, and then like the sun is beaming down on me and the seagulls are flying above me and they're just like, ah! That's what I imagine when I spritz myself with this one. It just takes me there. There's citrus in here, there's pear, there's also a little jasmine in here, there's salt in here. Absolutely perfect for wearing on the beach or just wanting to just kind of smell like the beach. It's beautifully done. This is my favorite Giorgio Armani flanker. I know that they have quite a few, but this one literally captured that whole beach vibe. I love it. And the particular jasmine in here is water jasmine, which definitely adds a little something extra aquatic to it, which is really nice. But then there's also musk to kind of round everything off, as well as sandalwood. Definitely give it a try if you've never tried it. Once again, this is Ocean de Gioia by Giorgio Armani. This next one, you guys, is my absolute favorite beachy scent for the summertime. Regardless to how many other fragrances I smell, I go back to this one because this literally captured the smell of the sea and just everything aquatic in this fragrance. This is by Philosophy, y'all, and this is called Summer Grace Sea of Love. And This bottle is just so, so pretty. Y'all, this is so good. Oh my gosh. This fragrance is like wind swept and warmth in a bottle. Oh, it's so gorgeous, you guys. I mean, if you want to smell like literally like the ocean, Ocean de Gioia is a really nice fragrance, but this one tops that one. It's so pretty. What I love about Philosophy is that their fragrances aren't like overpowering. They're not beast mode. They're not gonna, you know, knock you upside your head with the fragrance. Like, you're not gonna offend anyone. You're just gonna smell gorgeous when you wear them. If you love the literal smell of like the ocean, look no further. Sea of Love is the way to go. I mean, if you don't get anything else, I would highly suggest that you check Sea of Love out. I'll link it down below. But this one, you guys, it's aquatic, it's fresh. Oh gosh, it's the ocean. It's a little citrusy, slightly floral. Like, it has those summer florals in it, like peony and orange blossom and gardenia. But then it also has salty notes as well as a veil of water lily, which I've never heard of a veil of water lily in anything else before. And then in the base, it's got amber, but not just any amber. It's got solar amber in it. Oh, you guys, this is just, it's truly the warmth of the ocean. Calling all real aquatic lovers, you will love this fragrance, you guys. And don't let this full bottle fool you. This is like my third bottle of this. I absolutely love this. It's so pretty, so marine. I don't think I can say that enough. And once again, this is Summer Gray's Sea of Love by Philosophy. Next up, we have a oldie but a goodie, and this is by Michael Kors. This fragrance is so marine, ozonic, and it's a little green in here, slightly a little citrusy, but it's definitely very, very aquatic, and the bottle is pretty much what it smells like. What's so unique about this one to me is that there's so many yummy notes in this one. Off of initial sniff, you definitely get the sea notes in here, but then you also have some jasmine, you have some orchid in here. There's also cucumber and lime. It's like slightly zesty, perfect for those hot summer days. When this fragrance starts to dry down, you get a little bit of that water lily, but then there's also cedar and ambroxan in here. And everything blended together is just so wonderful, and just definitely is going to transport you to somebody's ocean, y'all. This one definitely reminds me of like going to some type of like tropical island, and like you're going out on a date to like this very fancy restaurant that overlooks the water. That's what this reminds me of. This would be like the perfect perfume for that. Or girl, just anytime. Or we're like going to a restaurant where we're actually sitting in the sand and like they're serving us our drinks like on the actual beach. Yes. If you've never checked it out, don't worry, I'll link it down below. Once again, this is Michael Kors Turquoise. So good. Next up, we have one by Jo Malone. This is a little mini that I have. I have multiple minis of this one, and I've talked about it in one of my videos before. I don't have a big bottle, but it's because I got something that smells just like it. This one is called Wood Sage and Sea Salt. I have a ton of these little minis like everywhere. This one is like definitely falls in that classic. Oh, this one is really good. This one is super, super salty, slightly woodsy. It's slightly herbal. This is like a classic amongst the Jo Malone fragrances, and longevity may not be the best, but because this is a mini, I would just spritz myself with it again. What I love about this fragrance is that it's just so refreshing. It's easy breezy. It's just one of those perfect grab and go fragrances. I love the grapefruit note in here. You also have some sea salt. You also have a little sage in here, and there's some ambrette. It's so, so good, you guys. I highly recommend it if you've never tried it. This is by Jo Malone, and this is Wood Sage and Sea Salt. And along those same lines, I would also suggest, if you don't have this one or you don't want to pay the money for this one, I would suggest that you go on over to Target and check out their new perfume line. And the one that I would suggest that you pick up that smells like wood sage and sea salt, it's an inspired dupe, is Before the Rainbow. I've talked about this one on my channel before when I reviewed the Finery line, and this one smells so similar to wood sage and sea salt. and the longevity is amazing. And this one definitely has that salty note in here because there's salty air, but then there's also bergamot and tree moss in here. Even though there's just 3 notes in here, they smell so similar. So either way, you can't go wrong. But this one, once again, is called Before the Rainbow by Finery. Next up, we have another classic. This is by MAC, and this is called Turquatic. Another beachy, fresh fragrance that encapsulates summer in a bottle. Oh, you guys, it's so good. I think it might be discontinued, but if I can find it for you, I'll definitely link it down below. There's water notes in here. You have some lemon. There's also something in here called anemone. You also have some orris root, and it's just, it's the beach, y'all. All of these are the beach. Listen, y'all, this is a good list, okay? This is definitely another one that is more on the affordable side. It's a little sexy. Highly recommend this one if you've never checked it out. Once again, this is MAC Turquatic. Next up, we have another one by Philosophy. This one is just so beautiful and it smells like a little innocent. It's called Pure Grace Summer Moments. And y'all, this fragrance just, it reminds me of running on the beach and taking in that salty air from the ocean. It just kind of reminds you of just like the carefreeness of the summertime, like just those precious moments in the summer. It kind of has like the innocence of the summer, of like maybe like you hear like a baby laugh for the first time, or you know, like you see a baby on the beach and it's like their first time at the beach and they're like playing with the sand and they're like digging their toes in the sand. It kind of makes you want to just freeze time and just enjoy the moment. There's iced lemon in here. You also have some sage and some green notes. And you also get hints of the fig that's in here, as well as dewdrops. It's so gorgeous. If you've never checked it out, as I've been saying, I will link it below, but this is Pure Grace Summer Moments. It's beautiful. And last but not least, we have one by Versace, and this is Dylan Turquoise, you guys. So it took me a while to come along to this fragrance. When I first got it, for some reason, that like zesty lemon note in here was just kind of throwing me off a little bit. But now I think this fragrance is so addictive. It's zesty, it's fresh, it's a little aromatic. Imagine you're like super stressed out and you're like, I just gotta get away, I gotta escape somewhere. And like you escape to like this tropical paradise. That's what this is in a bottle. There's mandarin orange in here. You have a little pink pepper. There's some guava, and the guava note in here is so pretty. Ooh, I bet this would be paired with something. I just thought about something. You know what? Yeah, that's gonna be really good. You also have a little bit of musk, and all those notes play together gorgeously. This is date night appropriate, date on the beach appropriate. Ooh, it's good, you guys. It's a little sensual. It's definitely sexy, but it's very bright and just fun. Ooh, and I forgot that there's also some clear wood in here. I'm not sure what that note is, but you guys, highly suggest this one. I know that Dylan Blue is like the more popular one of all the Versace's, but Versace Dylan Turquoise is just as good in my opinion. So if you like that more beachy type of scent, I would highly suggest this one over the other one. The other one is good too though. All right, you guys, and that is it for today's video. So those are all of the ones that definitely will give you that marine, beachy, salty vibes that you're looking for. So I hope that I was able to show you guys some gems that you guys haven't heard about, or maybe I was able to remind you of some gems that you already have in your collection. If you liked today's video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and as usual, take care of yourself. God bless you all, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.